know him from the Smiley Morning Show. Now he's got his own show. Radio Theology is on ZPL. Here's Pub Pastor Darren.
Sunday. Oh my goodness, it's Radio Theology in your eardrums here on 99.5 ZPL. I know what you're wondering. Could I get a dose? Just a dose, not too much. Just a touch. Maybe just a sprinkle, a dash. That's the word I was looking for. A dollop even. Of faith, hope, and love in your eardrums today? Yes, you can. Yeah. You want to know why? Because you listen to Radio Theology.
That's right.
The only Radio Theology in the world right here on 99.5 is ZPL. And listen, this is Pastor Darren, your host, here with the one and only Ryan Allward.
Good morning, Indianapolis.
And Lisa Graff.
Hello.
Now that camouflage hat you're wearing, very nice.
Thank you. It's my first attempt at wearing a hat ever.
I like it.
Since my marching band plume days. So.
Oh my.
Well, we don't have time to talk about marching band plumes, but I feel you. Anyway, guys, welcome to Radio Theology. It's a new year, and guys, I've heard this a bunch the past couple weeks.
Yeah. Okay.
New year, new you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I figured something out this week. Not true.
How so?
Yeah. What's true is new year, same me. Yeah, same me, just a little bit heavier. We'll talk about that later. But Lisa, you've been trying to get a little new you in you by juicing celery.
Isn't that just saying it is disgusting? When I hear it, I want to vomit.
Yeah.
Then flash to when I'm trying to drink it. Same feeling. It's disgusting.
So how much celery juice are we talking about here?
Okay, you have to get a whole stalk, like a whole celery heart.
Like a big bunch.
They're called hearts.
They're
They're called hearts.
They are?
When you buy them
They're called a celery heart.
A celery heart.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know
so
what? That's right. Worth the price of admission right there.
Right
there you go.
called hearts.
One whole heart in the juicer to drink 16 ounces of celery juice every morning before you eat.
Ooh.
Wow.
Oh, it's a doozy.
Wow.
It's been terrible. It's been terrible, and I could tell you lots of reasons. One is what you would think of what celery juice might do to your system.
It does it?
It does it. And it's not like, hey, I'm just going to give you the 5-minute warning. It's like, I'm coming now.
This is happening.
Here we go.
Radio Theology on 99.5 ZPL, your weekly dose of faith, hope, love, and music. And, we keep talking about new year, new me, or whatever it is. New year, new you.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's more like new year, same you.
Yes.
Right? Just trying to make some improvements. Lisa, you've been drinking celery juice.
Yeah, it's a liver cleanse. So it's supposed to, like, there's all sorts, it's a healthy gut thing. And so I'm like, you know what? Why not? I'm going to go for it. I think I'm probably going to quit.
Yeah.
It's so disgusting because when you're supposed to chew celery. So in my mind, when I'm drinking something that my mind goes, wait, we usually crunch on this.
Yeah.
It just like freaks my mind out. And then the feeling starts to rise.
Ugh.
And that feeling is called vomit.
Oh, what color is the juice?
It's green. I mean,
it is green.
It's just only celery. It's just green.
Wow.
Does it smell like celery?
Yes, smells like it just is. It tastes like it. It's disgusting. I'm like, can I mix some peanut butter in
maybe
here?
some salt in there.
Peanut butter? Maybe some ants on a log.
Oh, see, that was my jam back in the day.
I love ants on a log.
Yeah, come on now.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll try that and see if I can stomach it. I don't know.
Peanut butter and raisins mixed into celery juice.
Oh
I don't
my
know. I don't know
gosh.
if you could blend that together.
That
Just the
sounds-
consistency would be maybe a spoonful of peanut butter with some raisins on it as you drink.
Yeah,
Maybe.
But then you ruins the health benefits. I don't know.
No,
Yeah.
peanut butter's good. You need a spoonful of peanut butter and raisins as a chaser.
Okay.
So you hit the first celery juice like a shot, and then a spoonful.
Yeah.
Spoonful of peanut butter helps the celery go down.
It's going to sweep the nation by storm, that drink.
Listen, Lisa's subjecting herself to that. I don't know what you're trying to do. We're going to talk about this morning of just what do we do when it's a new year, but we feel like the same us? Can we make some incremental changes? Maybe not drinking ants on a log. Wait, no. I don't know. Stick with us. It's Radio Theology on 99.5 ZPL. New year, same you. What do? Do you choose a word? Do you have some resolutions? New journaling? Drinking celery juice? That's Lisa's decisions. Let's see what we can uncover. It's Radio Theology on 99.5 ZPL, your weekly dose of faith, hope, love, and music. And guys, I think everybody, you get to the new year, you want to make some changes. You want to become better.
Yeah.
And you got that. Maybe you bought a shirt that says, new year, new you. And then you woke up at some point this week and did the same thing you did last year. And you're like, wait a second. New Year, same me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can't wear that shirt again.
Yeah, that's going to Goodwill. Anyway, I want to know, because here's some people do resolutions, but I've been meeting people that are like, I do a word.
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm going to eat whatever. It's like, no, I need a word that's going to guide me through the year.
Okay.
So it's less about like failing at the thing and more focused through a whole year. Lisa, you said you had a couple years ago, you did discipline and you ran like a whole marathon.
Yeah, I did. I chose discipline in 2012 and ran 2 half marathons and a full marathon. It was about 800 miles total that year.
Good grief.
With all the training and the races.
So do you think if you would have gone with that, my resolution is run 2 marathons, would you have done it? Or you think just saying, you know what, I'm going to focus on discipline all year made the difference?
I think focusing on discipline all year made the difference because that discipline trickled into all the other areas of my life, too.
I like that. Okay.
All right, we got a call. Let's see. Radio Theology, word or resolution?
It is a word for me.
How come?
Well, I started doing this a couple of years ago, and it was just almost like what Lisa said. It was just kind of helped me throughout the whole entire year. It was a guiding word to really kind of to weave all the way through each and every week and each and every day. And it was a really cool experience. I loved it so much. I've been doing it the last couple of years. It's been an amazing experience.
How did you pick your word? Like, how did you settle on that?
Well, for me, towards the last couple months of the year, I just kind of start to be open. I pray a little bit. I say, you know, God, what do you have for me in this next year? And just a kind of, it's crazy when you do that. All of a sudden, something will pop out at you, and you just kind of know. It's like that is it. And I've talked to a couple other people that do this, and they've said the same thing. It's just something that it kind of captures you right at the end of the year, and you're like, that's what my focus for the next year is going to be.
So what's your word for this year?
This year, oh man, it's a tough one for me this year. This year is trust.
Ooh.
Trust.
By that is that I gotta trust God, but it's deeper than that. It's also trusting myself, because I don't do that often, and it's trusting others with my ideas, with who I am, not to be afraid to kind of show who I am to the world.
So how's it going 13 days in? Are you trusting?
Oh, I think so.
Oh, it's so true. Radio Theology on 995 ZPL, your weekly dose of faith, hope, love, and music. And yeah, do you have a word, a resolution, whatever? Because, you know, everybody does say a new year, new you, but we oftentimes, it's just the same you. It's just a new year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because the reality is momentary failure, undeniable. Like our caller right there, right? He's like, hey, I'm about trust. When he realizes he's not trusting, that failure of that word and that focus, undeniable. But here's what also is true, and this is what gets us, is incremental growth is almost imperceivable.
Yeah.
So you're not the same you. You're growing a little bit every single day, but you can't even see it. The problem is when you fail, hello, same me, I'm a loser.
Hard to forget.
Yes. But you are growing. We're going to talk about that. Here's the thing. One of the things that screws that up is fear. It's fears that maybe I will never change. So let's talk about this. Don't go anywhere. We're going to have this discussion next. Is what are you scared about in year 2020, and what are you stoked about in year 2020? Let's dig into it next right here on Radio Theology. Are you scared of this year, or are you stoked about it? Let's figure it out right here on Radio Theology, weekly dose of faith, hope, love, and music. Pastor Darren here with Ryan and Lisa. Guys, 2020, these days ahead of us, right? And I think, here's the deal, is we believe on Radio Theology that your life matters. 100% your life matters. But here's the deal. Fear is your enemy. So a lot of times when we have all this opportunity in front of us, it's like, man, I kind of want to be stoked, but I'm a little bit scared of what could be or what should be or what won't be. And we reached out to you guys on Facebook this week. Ron, we got some feedback about what people are scared or stoked about for 2019.
One of our listeners, Amanda, said that she's scared of some health issues that might be resurfacing in the new year, but she's really stoked about visiting some family down in Florida. While she's down there, she's going to help service some organizations. We got another listener named Jonathan. This was great. He says he is stoked about his 2.5-year-old actually participating in potty training and not just at daycare.
That's positive.
And a little scared about maybe a bit of a downturn in the old economy.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I think it goes together, and it's tough. It's tough to not have both, because I think when you get really stoked on something, oh my gosh, all these expectations, this is going to be awesome. It doesn't take long before you turn the coin over and you're like, well, what if it doesn't?
Yeah.
And usually the first emotion there is fear.
Oh, absolutely. Well, we can flash back to last week when I freaked all the way out and dyed my hair.
Woo. That's true. That definitely happened.
And if you missed that story, you can find it on radiotheology.com.
Yeah, that was great.
You can see how ugly my hair was because of the same thing. It was like, I'm so excited. And then I'm like, but I already suck. So the natural response was to dye my hair. But I think people, it's natural to feel that way, because the more excited you get, the more vulnerable you actually are.
Yeah.
And then the more scared you get.
Well, I think the good thing about that is to know, like, coming to those moments when you realize, hey, guess what? I'm still human.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, man, I'm so ashamed I did that or whatever. It's like, and it can defeat you. Like, oh, I thought I was going to be better this year. And then, oh, same me. I'm terrible. Yeah. Or just be like, oh, yeah, still human. And guess what I still need? I still need God's help and God's grace to actually begin to grow in the process, right? Radio Theology here on 99.5 ZPL, your weekly dose of faith, hope, love, and music. And yeah, that's where it comes to, right? It's this, am I stoked or am I scared? And that's what I love about when we talks about love in the Bible, that God's perfect love actually drives out fear. And I think some of the greatest fears that we have in our life is that we're either going to be alone or we're going to be rejected. One of the reasons we bring you back all the time to this idea that God's for you, not against you. God's near you, not far away from you, and he's actually created you on purpose and for a purpose. It's because guess what? You're going to have a bunch of opportunities this next year to realize, holy crap, I'm still superhuman. Not superhuman, like extra human.
Yes.
100% human.
Yeah.
But here's the good thing is that God doesn't reject me in that. He's with me in that moment, and I don't have to let that fear take over or control my life.
That's the good news.
It is the good news for you and for me, for all of us. And if you want to take some action on that good news, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go to spiritualdna.me. Spiritual DNA is our online course that's going to move you from feeling insignificant to discovering your life's purpose. Go to spiritualdna.me to register for the workshop, and we will see you there. Radio Theology on 99.5 ZPL. All right, guys, it's 2020. It's a new decade, and I'm going to change the entire world this year.
Oh, my goodness.
Nope, probably not. Just kidding.
Oh.
Anyway, Radio Theology here on 99.5 ZPL, your weekly dose of faith, hope, love, and music. Pastor Darren here with Ryan and Lisa. And, guys, we hear that a lot, right? I'm going to change the world.
Yeah.
But you know what? Very few people really change the world.
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure. Give me 3 names of people who have changed the world. Ron, give me one.
Jesus.
Well, okay. Are we in Sunday school here? I know it's Radio Theology.
Okay, all right.
No, it's correct. Number one answer on the board.
Hey!
Jesus.
$1,000.
All right. Lisa, give me one.
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates?
Yeah.
I would say yes.
All right.
Sure.
I would say Martin Luther King Jr.
Oh,
All right.
good.
I believe he has a holiday coming up. There are people that change the world. But here's what I've been realizing is this. If I actually begin to change,
Yes.
I actually change my world. I can actually have a great impact on changing my world, meaning my relationships, my interactions, my family. Like,
Yeah.
I can change my world. I can't necessarily change the world. And the more I've been focusing on changing my world, guess what? I've actually started changing.
Wow.
Why do you think that we put so much pressure on ourselves to change like 7 billion people's lives? You ever wonder about that?
When you put it that way.
Like, why don't we just focus on what's inside our home first, inside our own life, on our own cul-de-sac, in our neighborhood?
I think it's because the grandiose idea that I'm going to change the world is really romantic. It's sexy. The idea of like becoming a better person and being a better dad. It's like, well, that sounds like work.
Incrementally over time that you won't ever see.
Yeah, exactly. Radio Theology on 99.5 ZPL. Your weekly dose of faith, hope, love, and music. What about this? Changing the world?
Yes.
Or what if we just said in 2020 or even for the next decade, I'm going to try to incrementally change my world.
Yeah, and I'm going to say that if you were raised in the church, then your view of making a difference is changing the world. Like we were kind of taught, like, if you're going to do something for Jesus, you better go big.
Right, grandiose.
You're going on missions trips and you're doing all this stuff. Like it was rarely talked about, like change your world, impact like in small doses, the people that you can.
No, here's what I've been realizing is that we've been talking about it all morning. New year, new me.
Yeah.
Nope, more like same me, different date.
Mm-hmm.
But I have been noticing that incrementally I am growing.
Okay.
The problem is that momentary failures are like, you know, those happen.
Yeah.
Growth, though, is usually a little bit imperceivable.
Mm-hmm.
And when it's about me changing my life, oh, man, that's way more difficult than I want it to be.
Do we just hate slow and steady, like as a culture?
Heck yeah, we do.
Yeah, it's just like slow and steady's boring, man.
Right, waiting in lines. The other day I ordered Starbucks mobile. And I just walked in and it was ready. And I was like, I'm queen of the world. And it's conditioning me to not wait for anything and to be super impatient.
Oh, I think you're right. We have an instant. Everything is instant.
Right.
Instant fame, instant popcorn.
Popcorn.
Ooh,
Yeah,
I
now I want
got I got distracted
sorry, you
myself.
got me.
Anybody got some instant smart food out there that you're going to send us?
No, it does. I think it gets overwhelming. Here's what we want to encourage you on today. Is you need a logical next step, something to start the process. And here's what we want you to do. I want you to go take Spiritual DNA, the online course. Just go to spiritualdna.me. And listen, it's not going to change your life in one day, but it is your next logical step to understanding who you were born to be and to beginning to change your world. Just head over to spiritualdna.me this morning and stay with us right here on Radio Theology. Hey, ladies, it's that time of the morning when we sit down across the table from Lisa Graft. Woo-hoo! And she gives us some pieces for our soul. Right here on Radio Theology, it's your weekly dose of faith, hope, love, and music. Pastor Darren here with Ryan and Lisa. And she leads a group called IamMotherOfTheYear.com.
Yeah.
Thousands of women all over the nation get together to...
Billions.
Oh, yes.
She's in the trillions now.
Encourage each other in this whole mom situation.
Whew.
It is a struggle. It's time for Lisa's Pieces.
Woo! Lisa's Pieces. A few months ago, probably 6 months ago, my son Cal was 2 at the time. Well, he's still 2, but he was just turning 2. And I had posted on Facebook, oh my gosh, you guys, Cal is a stage 5 clinger. He won't let me put him down, and I have so much to do, but I have to hold this baby. All the older moms, Darren, I think your wife Julie even chimed in.
Yeah.
All the older moms, like my mom's friends' moms, all this stuff, they all posted in, well, someday you're going to miss these days. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
But
like, I don't need a country song lyric right now. I need some space.
Right.
Exactly. Right. I just need to cook the dinner. So the other day, I had 15 minutes between our pub theology event and getting the kids home from daycare.
Okay.
So get them, and I'm like, I'm making dinner. I'm trying to get the chicken in the oven and do all the things. And Cal comes up to me and says, Mommy, will you hold me?
Oh, gosh.
And will you hold Mickey Mouse? So he has his little Mickey Mouse, which is almost as big as him.
Yeah.
And then there he is. And then this haunting comment from this post from months ago. This woman said, one day you'll set him down and never pick him up again.
We need to reset the show on that one because some mom just drove off the side of the road to cry. Radio Theology, your weekly dose of faith, hope, love, and music. Pastor Darren here with Ryan and Lisa. Lisa, read the quote again.
Oh my gosh. One day you'll set him down and never pick him up again.
Wow.
How true is that? But how sad. And my initial thought was, Cal, obviously you don't understand that I have 15 minutes. I still have to get the chicken in the oven, and I have to change my clothes, and your dad has to come home at some point, and we have to say, hi, bye, love you, see ya.
Right.
Like, everything has to happen in this short amount of time. But then it was, like, so haunting. Oh, my gosh. So I picked that boy up, and I was like, oh, my gosh, I love you so much. And he kisses me, and then he makes me kiss Mickey, and then so we're doing this whole thing, right? So there's this whole charade, and it lasts for 2 minutes, and finally I'm like, hey, honey, can I set you on the counter real quick so I can pop the chicken in the oven? Okay, Mommy. Right, he's so compliant. Oh, my gosh, I love him. But anyway, it was like
He's so compliant.
These small moments.
Yes.
And that is the point. I started thinking, like, oh my gosh, we're caught up, and I am even caught up in creating these huge moments and all of these big memories for our kids. Like, we'll probably always remember our trip to Disney, right? But what matters more, probably to me and to Cal at some point in life, is the time that I picked him up in the kitchen and hugged him and Mickey Mouse.
That's
right?
good.
Like,
and made chicken tenders.
Right, yeah, all at the same time.
Yeah. What else do you need?
Yeah, exactly. So I just
stuff.
think, man, when we look back, gosh, it's going to be all of those small things. We're talking a lot about existence this morning and does our life matter? It's the small moments in life that string together that make your life worth living.
Once again, the world doesn't disappoint. You read the news for about 5 minutes and you find yourself saying, Lord, have mercy. Welcome back to Radio Theology. It's Pastor Darren here with Ryan and Lisa. We are your weekly dose of faith, hope, love, and music. And you can have faith and hope and just be in love with the fact that you're not in any of these 3 stories. Lisa, kick it off.
We're going to Miami.
All right.
Meimo, Ami. Thank you. And where a homeless street painter named Jonathan, also armless,
Oh,
Okay.
that just escalated.
All right.
stabbed
He is a homeless, armless artist.
street painter.
How
So
does
he
he-
paints with his feet,
So he's very good with his feet.
very good with his feet.
Continue.
So he was sleeping on the street
Okay.
when a rowdy tourist from Chicago punched him in the head.
The guy came by and punched an armless homeless guy in the head?
Yes, rude.
We
Right.
probably think he's not going to punch me back.
Right, exactly. Rude.
I'm
Wow.
looking at the facts.
That's rude.
Keep going.
He could headbutt me or do
Instead-
something else.
Instead, dude, Jonathan the armless, homeless,
Literally
street
unarmed
painter,
man.
literally the unarmed man, grabs with his toes a pair of scissors.
Okay.
And stabs this dude. What? Twice. Not once.
Oh, my gosh.
But twice with these scissors and left him bloody on the ground.
Wow.
Like this dude was bleeding out from the scissor stabs. But here's the thing. Jonathan, homeless, armless, street painter, puts the scissors back in his waistband.
How does that
and
happen?
runs away.
Listen, I'm saying
with his feet.
I'm saying, if you don't have arms, you know how to use the bottom half of your body very well.
You must.
Stab a dude twice. First of all, get up off the ground.
Yeah.
Pick up scissors with your feet. Stab a man twice for punching you.
Listen,
Which, again, it's self-defense.
Sure.
But then put it back into your waistband. How do you do that? He must have looked like a flamingo.
Well, Jonathan is armless, and he's not harmless.
Wow,
I'm sure
good one.
as he's in jail right now, he's probably saying to himself,
Lord have mercy.
I got one, guys. We got the real-life Ace Ventura on the
all right.
scene.
Alrighty then.
We're going to Gainesville, Florida.
All right.
Where there is a teaching zoo, evidently. There was an employee working there, and they were noticing that the pet population was decreasing until they went to this guy's apartment, and then it quickly increased. He had stolen 11 animals.
What?
Yeah.
Zoo animals?
Box turtles, tortoises, skink, squirrel monkey.
Wow.
He'd been just
Squirrel monkey.
How do you leave work with a tortoise?
evidently pretty slowly.
Nice. Like in a backpack?
I don't know. He's been arrested and charged with grand larceny. He's currently being held without bail for animals. And I'm sure he and the animals are saying to themselves, Lord have mercy. Ryan, take us home.
All right, guys, we're going to Darren, your home state of Arizona.
Bring it.
All right, so in Tucson, this guy named Ryan Bishop's just driving down to the fair one day. Okay, he's eating a taco in his car.
I love tacos.
I think we've all been there before at some point.
Totally.
Well, suddenly, his window on the driver's side shatters. Here's pop, 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 pop. Someone is shooting at him and his truck. Well, eventually he calls the police. They show up, and they're asking him what the heck happened. And he starts thinking about it, and he's like, I think a taco just saved my life. They go, please, sir, explain. Well, he's like, well, normally I drive with my arm up on the window with the window down. But today I was eating my taco, and I didn't want the wind to blow any of the taco contents into my face and around my car.
Of course.
So instead, I roll my window up, and I eat my taco in peace with no wind. Someone shoots at my car. The window stops it.
Wow.
He's saved by a taco.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah, indeed.
Power of a true taco.
Yeah.
You know, if there's any chance this happened on a Tuesday, you know what it'd be?
Taco Tuesday!
I'm glad he's alive, and I still love tacos, but it does make me say this.
Lord have mercy.
Is it Burger King, or is it the King of Kings? Oh, it's a pressing question right here on Radio Theology, your weekly dose of faith, hope, love, and music. Pastor Darren here with Ryan and Lisa. And Lisa, a couple weeks ago, we took a look at our screen time on our phones.
Yep.
If you guys don't know, you can go to your settings on. We're talking about an iPhone here, and you can do screen time, and it will give you a snapshot of what you've been doing with your life. Lisa, would you like to confess to all of Central Indiana how much you love Burger King as compared to your love for the King of Kings, Jesus Christo, Jesus
boy.
Christ?
If you put it like that, sure.
Okay.
I would love to. According to my screen time report,
Yes.
not necessarily the feelings of my heart, but sometimes the feelings of my stomach. Burger King won out over the Bible app.
Oh, boy.
Burger King app.
I didn't even know there was a Burger King app. What do you do
yeah.
with it? Like look at a calorie count, or
You
can
play.
you order
No.
online?
Yeah, you can order online. You
Okay.
get coupons and rewards and all the things. I'm a Burger King girl.
Yeah, how often
Something
do you go
about
to Burger
that
King?
flame
Just
grill taste.
love a
Yeah.
Whopper.
Oh, come on with the Whopper now.
How often do you go?
Okay, this is another weird confession. Burger King helps my migraines, and so when I start to get a migraine, I could stave off the full attack of the migraine for at least 2 hours if I can get a Whopper or Whopper Jr. if I'm feeling feisty. Fries and a regular Coke.
How is
Okay,
that
a
any
regular
different
Coke.
than going and getting a Big Mac or something at Hardee's or something else?
It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
What?
I've
It's gotta
tried.
be BK.
Please, this has been tested.
Yeah,
I've had
is
migraines
it the
since high
smoke?
school.
Is it the smoke in the Whopper?
It must be the flame grilled. Somehow, whatever is on the grill that moves those patties through, it just.
Oh my gosh! Radio Theology,
Wow.
weekly dose of things that probably aren't true about Whopper Juniors.
Oh my goodness.
But you know what? I'm not gonna. You know what? They are probably true. You have
so
time
funny.
tested it.
Yes.
So we're talking about Whoppers. We're also talking about faith, hope, and love. So Lisa,
If
not
you
really
can tell,
talking about Whoppers.
I'm just trying to
No.
avoid
Yes.
answering the question.
so you spent more time on the Burger King app
Yes.
than reading
Okay.
your Bible.
Yes.
Wait, this is a shame-free zone.
yeah.
I'm not bringing
No,
shame.
no.
We're just taking a look at the
This is-
Ryan.
No,
we're just looking at the
We're
evidence.
just analyzing the data
Yes.
Very simple.
objectively.
The facts state
Yes.
that Instagram 4 hours a week, Facebook 2 hours a week,
Okay.
Burger King average of 13 minutes in the Burger King app,
That's so great.
and then
Wow.
an average of 16 seconds in the Bible app.
Wow.
What is wrong with me?
Listen,
Wow.
there's grace for that. This is not a performance-driven thing.
No.
Jesus isn't up there keeping track. We're just taking a look at it to see, if we're trying to figure out what's wrong with my life. Why don't my pants fit, and why don't I know anything about Jesus? Maybe because of
Wow.
Yeah, just
that.
take a look.
I'm going to jump.
15 seconds.
Let me jump under the bus with you, just to be fair.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanksgiving week, I had a lot of downtime. Was at my in-laws' house.
Yep.
Was on the phone a lot.
Sure.
By the phone, I mean wasting time on Instagram and Facebook.
Yep. Yep.
Just so I want you to know, I logged roughly an hour a day on social.
Whoa, yeah.
I logged exactly zero. Zero time reading the Bible.
I thought you were a
man.
pastor.
Barely.
I was on Disney Plus 4 times longer than I was on my Bible app.
There you go.
We're here just to let you know. It's not a performance.
No.
Jesus isn't counting, but sometimes it does help us to look back and say, where is my time really going?
Yeah.
And how is that actually impacting my life?
I like it.
Is 16 seconds a day reading your Bible enough to make you a good Christian? Lisa will let us know.
Yikes.
Radio Theology, your weekly dose of faith, hope, love, and music. Pastor Darren here with Ryan and Lisa. And if you've enjoyed the show this morning, head over to social media, radiotheology.com. Give us a like or a follow. We'll be a part of your day each and every day. We've been looking at our screen time over the past month.
Yeah.
We've talked about this a couple different times. Lisa, you figured out this past couple weeks ago, you had 11 minutes in the Burger King app with Burger King.
It was 13.
13.
16 seconds that week in the Bible with the King of Kings.
16 seconds on average a day.
Oh, a day.
Oh my gosh.
I take it back.
Thank you. Makes a big difference.
Now I had to just Ryan. We're not attacking Lisa.
No,
I
no.
confessed on Thanksgiving week I never opened my Bible app once.
Right. And I think I saw that I've looked at Disney Prime 4 times more than I've looked at my own Bible app.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're not throwing shade,
No.
but Lisa, you're saying that God is so good
Yep.
that the King of Kings is so much better than the Burger King.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
Praise God, we do. But hey, we do love Whoppers.
Oh, baby.
Do they still have the BK broiler?
Oh, I
Is that
don't
like
know.
the chicken
Well,
sandwich?
you're making me hungry. Let's get through the segment. We'll finish the show.
Okay,
we can go
sorry,
get one.
sorry.
Lisa, you're saying that even if it's just 16 seconds, that God can even use that?
Oh, for sure. Because in my experience, I remember once being in college, and I got up every morning to do quiet time because my roommate did. And I couldn't let her just be the holy one.
So it was
I
more
got
peer
up.
pressure than like I want to spend time with
Yes.
Jesus. It was like I don't want to look bad in front of her.
Exactly.
It was
But
a
then-
holiness competition.
But then guess what I did? Exactly.
Who's more righteous?
She is more righteous,
Yeah.
but in getting up,
Yeah,
God
right.
used that time,
There you go.
right? And then
Okay.
I remember when I was training for the Chicago Marathon back in 2012, I signed up because my boss was like, you have to do this, say yes. And I was like, yes. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, what did I just say yes to?
Yeah.
And so I started training and diligently trained at the beginning because I was so scared of letting him down and embarrassing him
Yeah.
that it had nothing to do with me or my training. But through that, God just completely changed my entire life through that training process and the discipline. So I'm saying, no matter how you start, God will use and redeem his ways,
Yes.
and his goodness will prevail.
Preach.
Radio Theology, weekly dose of faith, hope, love, and music. Pastor Darren here with Ryan and Lisa. I agree with you, Lisa. Sometimes sometimes he'll use any intention
Yes.
to get us into the flow that he can actually work with.
Right.
Because after I saw my Thanksgiving week Bible app situation,
Zero.
it did challenge me that this past couple of weeks, I get up in the morning, get my cup of coffee, and I'm going to just do, social, whatever. And I'm like, you know what? No. I'm going to open the Bible app.
Yeah.
I'm going to at least beat Lisa today.
Yes.
And get at least 16 seconds.
Okay, 17. All right, now we can exit
Done.
out. Yeah.
But I've actually really enjoyed it because it has brought some balance back to my life. And I think the tension is really good, honestly, guys.
Yeah.
I think when we don't feel tension in our life, we should be concerned.
Yeah.
If we have a tension of whether it's health, body-wise, whether it's health spiritually, mentally, whatever, if you're not having a sense of tension there, you may be too far to one side or the other.
Yeah.
So I think the tension can be good.
I like it.
Now let's go binge watch some Disney Plus while we eat a Whopper.
Yeah, baby.
Guys, I've spent like 10 hours trying to pick a movie on Disney Plus recently.
Yeah, man, the
Oh.
struggle's
Just sitting
real.
there scrolling through.
Yep.
Can't make a decision.
Just your childhood right in front of you.
I tell you what, here's the worst part. Our family tried to do it the other day.
Yeah.
We ended up playing cards at the end of it because we couldn't make a decision.
You didn't watch any movie? You just played cards?
We're a train wreck.
Oh, that's funny.
Radio Theology, your weekly dose of faith, hope, love, and music. Pastor Darren here with Ryan and Lisa. We love it. We love the Disney Plus.
Yeah.
We try to sit as a family time. Let's watch a movie.
Yeah.
Scrolling through. There's 5 of us. I got 3 boys, myself, my wife, Julie. We couldn't decide on a movie. We got so exhausted from the argument. We were just like, we're just going to play cards,
Yeah.
which actually ended up being pretty freaking fun.
You still
Yeah.
had some quality family time.
Right.
Yes.
You
And
just weren't-
face to face.
It was.
Yeah.
It was good.
That's
We
different.
played a game called
Better.
Dutch Blitz, which was very
Oh,
fun.
Dutch Blitz is super
Blitz?
fun.
What's Dutch Blitz all about?
Oh boy, it's a
Yeah,
fast pace.
fast pace, you count up to 10
you're
and-
swiping the cards
Well,
away. And it's a whole
we can't
thing.
explain it.
Is
on
it
the
popular in
radio.
Holland? Is that why they...
Yes, it is.
Okay.
You have to play wearing wooden shoes.
On a windmill.
yeah. Hans would love it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing I thought was interesting. I enjoyed playing cards, but I found a stat this week. It said that the average American will watch 78,000 hours of TV in their life.
Oh,
Wow.
That's almost 9 years.
That's a lot.
gosh. That's a
9
decade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I was going to get to
Gosh.
some of those major goals I had in life, but I had to watch 9 years of TV.
Yeah. That's like from birth through like what, 5th grade, 4th grade,
Yeah.
just watching TV every second of the day.
You added how long it took my family to just not pick a movie on
Right.
Disney
Yeah.
Plus.
Right.
I'm probably hovering somewhere around 80,000 hours.
9 years.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow. What do they do before TV? Just like look at each other?
They work the fields.
Just, yeah. Comment on the
Yeah.
things around
They-
them.
They kept
Feel
themselves.
rainstorm coming in.
They
Look
kept
at the
themselves
oil lamp.
in existence. Radio Theology, your weekly dose of faith, hope, love, and
oil
music.
lamp.
Pastor Darren here with Ryan and Lisa. Lisa, what was your thought? You were saying
That's
that maybe
great.
this is something we just have to be entertained all the time. Or Ryan, you were saying that we have no ability to have no attention span. What?
Well, that's the thing. Like, so you take 20 minutes to choose a movie. Say your family, like we decide on a movie. Boom, it starts
Yeah.
to play. Before it even goes, dun, 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 everyone picks up their phones, right? Everyone is scrolling their phones while simultaneously watching a movie.
Yeah.
What is wrong with us?
Or posting on Instagram, like, look at this movie that I'm not really watching. And then you're inflicting it upon the person watching your Instagram thing. You're taking them away from what they're doing. They're watching you not watch a movie that you should be watching.
We have lost our ever-loving minds. Not I mean the three of us. I
No.
mean society in general.
In general.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
What a waste. Like, if you say I don't want to spend 9 hours watch 9 hours.
9
9
years.
years.
Yeah.
24/7 watching TV. That feels like a gigantic waste of my life.
Yeah, here's the thing. I'm not saying that chilling out watching movies is bad. We're not saying things
No.
are bad.
No.
I'm just saying. I mean, I guess it's been a theme. Maybe we're getting to it's the end of the year. We're looking at our life and the time we waste on our phones, whatever. But I don't think I agree. I think about all the goals and the things I want to do in my life.
Yeah.
I could accomplish all of them times 10
Right.
Yeah.
in the 9 years that I'm going to give to watching TV.
Yes.
And that's here at Radio Theology. We try to inspire you every week to tell you this. God's for you, not against you. He's near you, not far from you. And he's created you on purpose and for a purpose. And your purpose is so much greater than 9 years of TV watching.
Yeah.
And if you have no idea what that purpose is, we'd love for you to go to IamBornToBe.com this morning, and we'll send you the free 5-day Jumpstart to Purpose. You'll listen to it for 5 minutes every day. I'll send it to you for free, and maybe it'll start getting you curious about what your purpose in life is, because it's so much greater than than wasting 9 years watching TV or trying to make a freaking decision on Disney+.
Yes.
Head over to IamBornToBe.com this morning.
It's the thought of the day with Pastor Darren.
Here at Radio Theology, we know you want to move from feeling insignificant to understanding your purpose. But in order to do that, you need to know that your life matters. But I can tell you something that makes that pursuit difficult: time. Specifically, the passing of time. Specifically, the passing of years, and you are the same old you. We've been talking about it all morning. New year, new you, right? Wrong. It's a new year, but you're the same you. And I came to that realization this week as I faced off with a poached egg. Yes, my friends, I was trying to have breakfast, trying to eat healthy in the new year. Got this new poached egg little making machine. It's supposed to be easy. Put the water in, they say. Steam the egg, they say. Tried it, dumped it into my oatmeal. All I had was raw yolk. Obviously, not a big problem unless you have anger issues like I do, and then you throw the whole contraption into the sink and cuss. Now, that's a problem if you're trying to be a Christian and a pastor, but I gotta keep it real this morning. So, I'm driving to work after this blow up over the poached egg, thinking to myself, really, dude? Are you ever going to grow up? Are you ever going to change? And I know I have changed a little bit, but here's what I've realized, is that the momentary failures in our lives, they are inescapable. They're so big, you can see them. But it's the incremental growth over time that is often imperceivable. It made me actually think of my friend Tracy. About a decade ago, she found herself in one of the darkest places in her life. She had left her big-time job at a major pharmaceutical company to do the honorable thing. She decided to stay home and focus on raising her 3 daughters. But a few years into that sacrifice, she completely lost her sense of identity. That job that made her feel valuable and powerful and confident, it was gone. And that sent her into a tailspin of worth and value and identity. And then in the midst of that confusing identity spin, she experienced a challenge in her marriage that brought it to the brink of disaster. The good news is Tracy had taken our spiritual DNA workshop, and in that workshop, she discovered her God-given value and worth, a worth and a value that surpasses any circumstance or failure. And she says it was in those moments of great despair that she began making the small, daily, incremental steps to become who she was born to be. Now, over the next 8 years, yes, I said 8 years, there were some pretty dark times, but there were also a lot of small, almost imperceivable, incremental steps of growth. And now, as Tracy looks back over a journey of a decade, what she sees is immeasurably more growth than she could ever have hoped for or imagined. And that's what I want for you. Your story might be different than Tracy's, but I bet there's something that's brought fear, uncertainty, and possibly even despair into your life. Maybe you're questioning your value or your worth, and all you can see are your undeniable failures. Well, that's why I want you to take the Spiritual DNA online course. Here's what you need to do. Step 1, go to spiritualdna.me and sign up to take Spiritual DNA. Step 2, take the course. Step 3, start making the incremental, sometimes imperceivable, but absolutely undeniable steps to change your world. And that, my friend, is your Radio Theology Thought of the Day.
Love that. And if you did too, there's more where that came from. Just follow us at radiotheology.com.
And we'll remind you each and every day, like we do here each and every week, that God's for you, not against you. He's near you, not far from you, and He has created you on purpose and for purpose. We love you. Talk to you next week right here on Radio Theology.